Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have made a lot of videos reviewing Dior Beauty products, doing some unboxings, and I have talked a little bit about the Dior Beauty loyalty program, but I feel like I haven't quite explained it. And so I figured might as well make a video where I break down the Dior Beauty program, everything that you need to know about it, the different tiers, and all the, experiences that I've had because they did rebrand it. So the loyalty program is called the Dior Prive loyalty program, and it does have different levels or different tiers depending on your spending. It was, before it got updated, it was a lot easier to reach platinum status. You had to spend $900 in the year. They have changed that. So now you have to spend over $1,600, which is a $700 increase, which obviously, it nearly doubles it, and it's quite a bit. Not to say that Dior Beauty products are cheap, because they're not. So you can definitely spend that much money if you, just buy quite a few different things. It was a lot easier before to reach platinum level, which is the absolute highest level. However, with the changes, they not only changed the minimum spend, but they also change how many gifts you can get, the type of gifts that you can get for free, the, like rewards, all this kind of stuff. Before you create an account, you have a guest account. I don't know if calling it a guest account is the right term, but I would advise creating an account right away because you're immediately bumped up to the Pearl level, which means that if you spend under $350 and you've created an account, you're automatically turned into a Pearl status, because as a guest without like an actual account, all you can do is get just like some regular samples, nothing really special. However, once you join Pearl, with your second purchase, you will get a gift. So that's definitely a good benefit. And then you are eligible for a 15-minute Dior Beauty consultation. To be fully transparent, I do have access to these benefits, and I actually have never really reached out for a consultation just because I haven't really seen the need for it. I have gone to Dior Beauty in store and gotten personal consultations like that. So I just really haven't seen the need for it. But if you are the Pearl status, you can get a 15-minute consultation. Maybe you need questions about a specific eye makeup that you want to recreate or something like that, then they can assist you. You also get free shipping, early access to product launches. So they normally text you a day or two in advance, letting you know that a new product is being released. And then you do get like a specific landing page where you can visit and buy that product before the, general public. And then they do occasionally release some limited edition products, and you're only eligible to find those if you are signed into your account and your minimum Pearl status so that you can view these. As far as free products that you can get with your purchase, you can get some regular samples as well as one miniature. They call it an iconic miniature. They basically classify their products into like different categories, and so for Pearl you can get an iconic miniature as well as your 2 free samples. They also offer masterclasses, which I do actually suggest attending because a lot of times they offer free codes or like codes for free gifts that you can only get through those master classes. And so that's how I've been able to get some really nice free gifts, is when I attend any of those master classes and they provide a free gift with a specific code that they provide then. Now, the next tier is a silver tier. You need to make a minimum of 2 purchases and spend over $350 to move up to this tier. I will clarify, you don't have to make those 2 purchases with that value at once. Like, let's say you can make a second purchase and you're still at $300 total, then you would still stay at the Pearl level. But then once you exceed that $50 difference, that, like past that threshold of the $350, then you automatically move to silver. So the requirements don't need to all be met at once. They just, accumulate over a 12-month period. With silver, you actually get a welcome gift. You do get a welcome gift for silver, gold, and platinum. And depending on the status or like the tier, then the gift is better. So the silver tier, you can expect it to be a welcome gift that is nice, but not the nicest. It's still nice though. You also get the 15-minute one-on-one consultation, as well as free shipping, early access to product launches, and exclusive access to limited edition products. The digital Dior magazine, which, to be completely transparent, I'm supposed to have access to that, and I have no idea what it is because I've never received it either via email or anything. So not entirely sure what that is. And then you get regular samples plus 2 iconic miniatures. Pearl was 1 miniature, and then this one is with 2. And then you also have access to VIP master classes, which again, 10 out of 10 recommend if you're trying to get like a free code or something, or like a code for a free product. Okay, then we move up to the gold level. The gold level does require you to spend minimum $800 as well as make 3 purchases. You get a welcome gift, and again, you get like a gold level welcome gift, and you also get a birthday gift. On top of the 15-minute consultation, you also get access to a 30-minute one-on-one consultation, so you can do both. So let's say that you really just have like a very quick question or need some quick advice for like a lip product. You can definitely use that with a 15-minute, but then you're trying to find like a better skincare routine and you feel like you need to spend more time, talking about like your skincare concerns and needs, then you can use the 30-minute consultation for that instead. As with the other levels, you get access to limited edition products, free shipping, early access, the digital Dior magazine. And then in terms of freebies, you get the regular samples and this time 2 deluxe miniatures. So the other ones were iconic miniatures. This ones are deluxe miniatures. miniatures. Again, it just kind of like changes based on the product. So my guess, which I'm not entirely sure because I don't have the other levels, my guess is that Iconic could be something on like the lower level, like maybe like a mascara, versus the, you know, like higher end miniatures they might consider like a La Collection Prive perfume or something like that. Obviously like in mini, so don't get excited, it's not going to be the full size, it's going to be like a small one. It varies based on like the product depending on the level. On top of the online masterclasses that again I cannot recommend enough, you also get access to some in-store events. Obviously this depends on like where you're located and if you're going to have access to that. For example, in Miami, I am supposed to get, you know, access to these things. I have not received any invitations so far. They have hosted some events in the past year. It's rare though, like they're not as common. I feel like most of the like in-person events tend to happen in New York. Okay, and last but not least, we've got the platinum level. This one, as I mentioned, requires you now to spend $1,600 and make 4 purchases. You get a platinum welcome gift, a platinum birthday gift, a seasonal gift. My guess is they're calling a seasonal gift like the holiday gift, which I did receive mine last year. It was the Dior Snow Globe. So that's my guess, is that they're considering seasonal to be the holiday gift. And then just like you get with the gold level, you get the free shipping, access to consultations, both 15 and 30 minutes, access to limited edition products, early access to some new launches, the regular samples, and the 2 deluxe miniatures. And then on top of invitations to VIP masterclasses online as well as in-store events, you also get VIP in-person masterclasses. So this is where like they would directly help you try out a product. So instead of like just watching on a video like, oh, this is the, you know, like the new eye color palette or whatever, this one you would literally go in person and they could apply it on you so that you actually see how it looks on your own skin and your face. I personally feel like if you're gonna order something from Dior Beauty, you might as well do it from Dior Beauty directly, because like I said, even as a guest, you're still gonna get some free samples, but then creating a Pearl account is, I mean, if you're gonna make a purchase, might as well already create a Pearl account. Like it doesn't have any sort of minimum spend. It just has to be under $350 and make a purchase, and then you're automatically a Pearl level. So I would 100% recommend creating an account, because at a minimum, you're already going to be getting some extra benefits. You can start accumulating points and, you know, dollar spend, but then you can move on to the next levels and get welcome gifts and other things. And I do find that like Dior Beauty in terms of freebies is going to be 100 times better than if you were to buy it directly from Sephora or something like that. Like they're not going to give you the kind of free products that Dior does. As I mentioned, like sometimes I get free codes from, or codes for free products from masterclasses and other events, and like text messages as well. They'll also sometimes send codes and emails. You get to add some free products that are actually pretty nice sometimes, depending on, again, like minimum purchase and all that kind of stuff. But they sometimes have some really, really nice free products. If I were to order Dior Beauty, I would literally only ever do it directly from Dior Beauty, because that way you're guaranteed some really nice packaging. They mail things very nicely. They're very quick. Like I literally receive my products so quickly. And then you get free products and you have the opportunity to put in a code for an extra free product, and they typically tend to be some like nice either full-size products or accessories or, you know, vanity cases, things like that, like just things that you might not be able to actually buy. That's when it comes with the freebies, and it's really nice. It does allow you only 1 code per order, so you do have to choose wisely. And obviously it also depends on like some minimums. Like most of them do have like a minimum spend, or sometimes even like a minimum product that you need to buy. So it'll be like, oh, if you buy something from like the Miss Dior collection, then you get this free product, something like that. I've personally benefited so much from so many free gifts and stuff. You can see it in all of my unboxings. I'm always sharing some free gifts that I've gotten with codes, and so 10 out of 10 recommend. Just please note that some of the codes do expire within 24 or 48 hours sometimes. Sometimes they do repeat the code. I feel like welcome 24 is very common, or like welcome, I think it's just welcome, and then join 24, I think it's the other one. But they'll do different things for like Lunar New Year, or even like during Mother's Day. I feel like that's when they do like really nice packaging and some really nice free gifts. So just keep your eyes peeled, because I feel like they have some really amazing gifts. As I mentioned, I typically find the codes through either attending their online masterclasses, their marketing channels, like text messages, as well as emails that I get from them. And then sometimes I'll literally just go on TikTok and like search like current Dior Beauty promo code, and it'll just pop up. I have mentioned in a few of my videos that I've had some issues with the Dior Beauty customer service. I would say they're definitely not ideal. To make a very long story short, I basically had some issues where I placed an order based on an email that they had sent me, and they never honored what the email said. And even though I called them and talked to them, they admitted that what the email said was right, but that they were still not going to honor it. And to me right there, that's one of those things where I'm like, if you can admit that the email was correct and therefore what I interpreted was correct, but you're still gonna say, no, we're not gonna do it because we just don't feel like giving you such a good price, reward, whatever, that's really messed up, honestly. Like that's really terrible customer service. But I also know from those videos that I've made and like the comments that people have left, that I'm not alone in that experience. A lot of people have experienced that kind of customer service. So I will say the one downside of Dior Beauty is their customer service is not ideal, or maybe not even specifically the customer service. They're obviously limited by what they can do, but marketing channels that, you know, like the promos and like the offers and the kind of stuff, like there's definitely some misconnection somewhere in there and it's not ideal. So I will say just beware of that. Like if you're ever kind of like, oh my gosh, they promised this, but like they never delivered, there's a chance that they're never going to actually deliver on the promise that they made. Unfortunately, that is my one thing that I will complain about Dior Beauty is they don't honor certain things. Like they don't put the customer first, which as somebody that works in marketing, I feel like I've had to put the customer first every time because that's just what you do. You make sure that like you build that loyalty. I mean, it's called a loyalty program for a reason. They don't quite do that. So anyway, that's kind of like breaking down the loyalty program and everything that you get from it. Again, like I said, like the one thing that I will tell you is if you are planning on ordering something from Dior Beauty, just do it directly from their website because it's going to be 100 times better. Don't ever order without putting in a code, even if like the code's going to give you like just a minor thing. Like get the free gift. Trust me, you won't regret it. But I guess that's like my summary of the Dior Beauty loyalty program, as well as a little bit of my experience with it. As I mentioned, I am currently a platinum level. I don't believe that I'm going to renew it this year. I mean, the new requirement is absolutely insane. I do buy a lot of Dior Beauty, but not at that level, and I don't plan to maintain that. Well, I say that now, you know, there's still quite a few months left in the year, but not quite something that I'm looking forward to spending. So probably won't be renewing that this year. Probably will be dropping down to gold. So one thing to note is if you are at a certain level and you don't renew that level, you will be dropped down to the below level. You won't like start from scratch, which that was something that Dior Beauty customer service had told me. They were like, oh yeah, if you don't renew your platinum level, you're gonna be back to pearl, like the very beginning. And I was like, that sounds a little bit excessive, but okay. No, I was dropped down to gold. So you'll basically be dropped down to whatever you've done. So if let's say that you have completed 3 purchases and you've spent the $800, but you're just not going to spend like the $1,600 to renew platinum, because you've met the requirements for gold, you'll just be dropped down to gold. You won't start from scratch. In case you are like, you know what, I don't want to try for platinum, but I do want to try to keep at least some gold benefits, meet whatever minimum is for the one level that you want to be a part of. You won't start from scratch unless you literally have made like 0 purchases or less than $350 in purchases. Anyway, I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, anything that I can help answer about Dior Beauty, either the products or the loyalty program, feel free to leave that in the comment section. As I mentioned, I have a ton of videos doing reviews and unboxings of Dior Beauty, so feel free to take a peek at that as well if you are interested. But if there's anything that maybe you've seen me sort of talk about, but I haven't fully expanded on it and you want a video on that, also let me know. I'm more than happy to share that content. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a like, a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.